Welcome to Wholesale Hotline, where we cover everything to do with wholesale real estate. I'm Jamil Damji.
I'm Brent Daniels.
And I am Pace Morby.
And together we cover the most important parts of wholesale real estate.
Lead generation.
Conversion of sellers into contracts.
And dispositions. Guys, remember when you're watching this show, do us a favor and squad up in the comments.
Make sure that you are liking and subscribing to the YouTube channels and in the Facebook group Wholesale Hotline.
Most important, we want to know we're doing a great job for you and helping you build your business. So go give us a review on iTunes and or Spotify.
So squad up and enjoy the show!
Welcome to Wholesale Hotline 141.
That's crazy.
I am your host, Brent Daniels. Next to me is my co-host. I'm wearing all black. He's wearing all white. We're the yin and the yang when it comes to wholesaling property. Pace Morby, Mr. Sub 2, Mr. Creative. How are you?
Bro, how you doing, dog?
I am doing absolutely bananas. Can I tell you why? Let me just drop this on you guys. So next week, from the 2nd to the 8th, I go to Playa del Carmen with my wholesaling company, right? All 10 of us are going. First class tickets, fly down to Cancun. Beautiful Escalades picking us up, bringing us to 5-star all-inclusive resort. We're going night snorkeling. We're going on ATVs. We're going and swimming in cenotes. We're going to be laying on the beach. We're doing all of this, and I paid $0 for the whole trip, Pace. $0. This is all covered from credit card points.
Oh my gosh! For paying for all your advertising and all your company expenses on the credit card.
$56,000 trip for free. For absolutely free. Isn't that bananas? Just because we put all of our expenses on our business credit card, which we got set up with Prime Corporate Services. Come on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they set up your credit, they get everything going. It's all fantastic. And you just build it up over time. And over the last couple of years, we've had enough business credit to get a free, unbelievable trip. And it's I'm really, really, really excited about it. So that's next week. Well deserved by my team. They do everything. They truly do. I'm in it maybe 5 to 7 hours. They will tell you that a week. But they did a great job in 2021. Continue to do a great job in 2022. And so this is the celebration pace of last year's goal. We blasted past our goal, and so we're going on the strip.
What I love about it is what pictures in my mind is a version of you when you first were like, you lost that house, or it wasn't a house, it was an office. You signed a personal guarantee on an office.
Yep.
And then the economy completely melts down.
Yep.
Right. And if you could jump in a time machine, pop into your bedroom when you were going through all the anxiety and go, hey, dude, don't worry about it. At some point, you're going to make so much money and spend so much on your credit card that American Express is going to pay for a $56,000 like extravagant getaway for your entire
bananas pace. I was at Scottsdale Train Park for my cousin's son's birthday. We had Seamus, and Seamus lost it. He just wasn't feeling it. Seamus is nonverbal autistic, for anybody that has anybody in their family that is on the autism spectrum. So he wasn't feeling it. So I was like, you know what? I'll pop into the truck. I'll drive around. I'll calm him down, whatever. Pace. I was like, you know what? I haven't done this ever. I haven't done this. And it's been 11 years now. And no, it's been longer than that. It was 2008. So what is that? That's 14 years now. And I went and drove by 2 of the properties that I foreclosed on, Pace. Like literally gave back to the bank. And I went and drove by that old office building that I had a $742,000 judgment on. And guess what? they bulldozed it and made apartments. So it was like, I don't know, something healing about it, and something like powerful and something exciting, and just something like you go back to this house that you like thought that you would like raise your family with and have this life in, and then it gets foreclosed on. So then like all your hopes and dreams are like crushed, and then boom, you're driving around, and it doesn't affect you. You're just like, you know what? In the moment, it was like the worst thing ever. In the moment, Pace, I couldn't sleep. I had to take like prescription sleeping pills at the time, which would totally go against all of my like, I don't know, my energy. It just like made me kind of a shell of a person to now what this business, what wholesaling and just finding discounted property and what real estate business does. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. So, I mean, it really tapped into why I have so much love and respect for everybody out there that's making strides and growing their business themselves. And I just love the community, and I love what we do. And I love that we have the ability to tell these stories, and it's incredible. It's really, really, really incredible.
I love it. I love it. Here's a great one. Tammy Thomas, she says, this is my first time here. What is the format? Is there a Q&A about wholesaling? Yes, that is what this is all about. So throw your questions in the side comments. I'm going to answer one of my favorite people's questions right out of the gate. Ingrid Hernandez, we love you. If you foreclose on a property in an LLC, what happens to you, the person? So let me rephrase her question. She says, if you get foreclosed on due to defaulting on a property that you own in an LLC, the bank comes back, takes the property back from you, and you own that property in an LLC, what happens to you, the person? It depends. Okay. And what does it depend on? Recourse or non-recourse loans. Okay. So this is why I tell people, go to myinvestorloan.com. You can go and get a non-recourse loan. A non-recourse loan means there's no recourse. They're not coming after you. They're taking the asset back, right? The debt service is being covered by the cash flow. They invested in the deal, not in you as the individual. So if I go down to Bank of America, or I go to Chase or Wells Fargo or Rocket Mortgage, I'm not getting a non-recourse loan. I'm getting a recourse loan, which means there is recourse in the event of a default. So if I fail, if I get injured, if I get abducted by an alien and I can't make those payments anymore, they got to come back and take that property back from me. That means myself, in a recourse loan, you sign a personal guarantee, even if it is in your LLC. A non-recourse loan with no personal guarantee means that nobody's coming after you. So typically what I do is if I do go get a loan on a burst strategy deal, right? That's when I would typically get a loan, is I go to myinvestorloan.com, or I go to, there's Ingrid, we've brought in other lenders into our mentorship. You've met them. Tanya Turner is one of them. She's really, really good. But typically we just tell people, go to myinvestorloan.com. You'll get a non-recourse loan with no personal guarantee. That means if you get foreclosed on, they take the property back. You walk away scot-free, no issues.
Yeah, there's 12 states. I'm looking it up now, Pace. 12 states that allow non-recourse mortgages.
Here's another question. Do you guys have a
Alaska,
preference?
Arizona, California, Connecticut, Idaho, Minnesota? Hold on. Oh, I just lost it. I'll get to it. Keep going, Pace.
Do you guys have a preference on which real estate license is the best? That's an interesting question. I don't think I've ever had that question asked or posed to us. Is there a different type of real estate license besides real estate agent, real estate notary? Maybe that's a licensed individual, and a licensed escrow officer, a loan officer, an underwriter. I'm not quite sure of the question. But if you're talking about a real estate license, the only real estate license I'm aware of is actually there's two: a real estate agent's license, okay, and then also a broker's license, the ability to be a broker in residential real estate, okay? Oh, commercial or residential. Okay, that's it. That's an interesting one. So now the question is not about which license is better, it's which strategy is better, right? Because if you choose one strategy, you can't choose both real estate licenses. You have to choose the strategy, and then in conjunction, you have to have the license associated with that. So the better question is, should I go with commercial or should I go with residential? Very interesting question. I love this question. I was on a phone call today. I'm doing a $110 million deal right now. It is over 500 apartment units. And I'm sitting in this call and I'm like, I literally, if I could take a 30-second clip of this phone call and I just give that to everybody in the world that's trying to get into multifamily, that 30 seconds I was thinking about, I was like, this is why people should not start in multifamily. Because it's a literal different language. Every single word, the way the words go together, you are talking about completely different terminology. And I'm not saying cash flow, NOI. It is literally how you structure the funding, the PPMs, all the things that it requires to put a $110 million deal together. It requires like 30 people more than it would normally take to get a single family deal done. So for me, here's a better question. Let me rephrase your question. If I'm just starting out, should I get involved in multifamily real estate or single family real estate? My answer to you is if you are brand new, you don't have resources, you don't have credit, you don't have credentials, you're just starting out, you need today money. You need today money. You need to get a wholesale deal under contract, wholesale that deal and have a check within 30 days, single family all day long. You have 1,000 less things to learn. They're way easier to comp, way easier to underwrite. There's way more people to help you, way more resources. There's agents that understand residential, way more agents understand residential over commercial. The commercial agents are very polite, but they're also about that money. They are unapologetic about their time. You are not going to get the time and attention of a commercial broker who's doing big deals. They're not going to pay attention to you when you're brand new. So build your momentum, build your experience, build your I call it your poop sheet, all the crap that you've been through, right? Stack up your credentials. And then when you're ready for multifamily, you can convert or start dabbling in it a little bit. Even the people that are doing big multifamily stuff and they say, oh, Grant Cardone. Okay. Last time I saw him, I said this, I said, Grant, you know, what's funny is you tell people get started in multifamily, skip all the single family stuff. Meanwhile, you built all your chops and your credentials by doing 21 single family deals before you ever did a multifamily deal. You knew how escrow worked. You knew the terminology. You knew the flow. You knew what to expect, what inspections were. Single family is the easiest thing to cut your teeth on and build momentum. The goal of business is to make money now and in the future. And unfortunately, with multifamily, the goal in multifamily is not to make money now. The goal is to make money in the future. So if you're trying to pay your bills today, get into wholesaling real estate, wholesaling sub-twos, wholesaling cash deals, wholesaling seller finance, Novation agreements. Get into wholesaling and get money in your pocket within the first 30 days, and then you can convert into a commercial business.
Alaska, Arizona, California, Connecticut, Idaho, Minnesota, North Carolina, North Dakota, Oregon, Texas, Utah, and Washington. That's why I had all of those, by the way, Pace, all 5 properties that are foreclosed on in LLCs, and didn't matter. It was tied to my debt. It was tied to my
personal name.
My Social Security. Yeah, it was tied to my credit. So, but the only recourse that they have in Arizona is to take the property. All right. And so if you're in those other 32 states, you got to watch what loans that you're signing and see if they are recourse or non-recourse for sure. So take a look at that. And commercial versus residential. Listen, there's a lot more buyers for residential. There's not. Hey, Pace. How many fix and flip TV shows are there for apartment complexes?
None that I know of.
Any for big like factory warehouses?
None.
Any for like I don't know, big office buildings?
No, not that I know of.
Right. It's because there's more people. There's 19 million real estate investors in the country, and most of those own single family properties. The other thing with commercial is, guys, if you want to get into commercial real estate, get ready. The first 5 years of being a commercial broker, you are cold calling commercial properties from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for the first 5 years. It's not even like a question. It's an expectation. This is how they filter out people that are going to survive in commercial real estate or not. It is whether or not you can build a nice portfolio of buyers and sellers that you can go to, that you speak to. So it's a whole different game. It's a whole different game.
One of the biggest differences is this. So when I did my first multifamily deal, right? So like in the BRRRR strategy, you can go on a single family deal. You can get hard money to acquire the property. Doesn't require credentials, cash out of your own pocket, or credit whatsoever. Hard money loan, you can get a loan without any money out of your pocket. You can do fix and flips literally with no credentials whatsoever. And in fact, like one of our lenders here locally, you guys use them as well from time to time, I'm sure, Frank West Capital.
Yep.
Literally don't even care. They don't care about your credit. I don't think I've ever shown my credit. They don't care about your bank balance. They don't care about anything. They will fund a deal 100% of the purchase price.
Yep.
So I'm bringing no money to the table. There's hard money lenders that will do all of those types of things. Okay. So then I go and I refinance it out so I can turn it into a rental, and I want to wipe out Frank West because their money's expensive, right? 12 to 18%. So I go down to like a Tanya Turner or a myinvestorloan.com or one of these other lenders. They will give me a DSCR loan, which is a loan that essentially is based on the asset, not on the individual. So I can still get refinanced out with a lower interest rate, with permanent 30-year fixed debt, with no credit, no credentials, and very little cash, if any, out of my pocket. Residential real estate is highly competitive with lending. There's so many lenders involved in single family that there's just a plethora of opportunities. And when there's opportunities, that means there's competition. And when there's competition, that means there's lower rates. There's better programs for people that are new. Commercial, here's the biggest difference. What I found out when I started getting into a lot more multifamily this year, we will acquire over 1,000. There's Jamil. Jamil made it.
Hey,
what's up, bro?
Sitting up.
What up?
What up? Okay, so here you go. So Norma is debt service coverage ratio loan, DSCR loan. Okay, so here's the thing: when you go get a commercial loan, here's what a commercial lender is going to require from you. Let's say I want to go do a $10 million deal. Guess what? One of the principles of the Jamil, we're debating multifamily or single family first.
Single family all day.
Yeah, we already said that, but there's always the multifamily heads that like, no, you got to jump into multifamily. I'm like, bro, I can guarantee you I own more multifamily than anybody in the side chat right now. Okay.
It's an advanced strategy. You know, it takes so much.
Very advanced. It's advanced. Here's the biggest difference I found when I first stepped into multifamily versus single family. Okay. Single family, getting loans, getting capital, super easy. Boom. Understandable. There's so much resources available to you. There's meetups available to you just about every night of the week in your local town for single family stuff. Okay. Your private money lenders, when you want to go find private money lenders, your uncle, your brother, your cousin, your uncle, monkey's uncle, whoever it is that you borrow money from, there's way more people that will lend money to you in single family because the lenders, private money lenders, understand the strategy as well. When you go into multifamily, here's the two biggest things that will kick your butt. You want to go buy a $10 million apartment building? Guess what? Somebody in your group of principals, the people who are going to own the deal, has to have a net worth equal to or greater than the purchase price. Okay, so if I go get a loan for 10 million, how much does my net worth have to be? $10 million. Okay, Jamil and I were just doing a multifamily deal 5, 6, 7 months ago. The lender reaches out to all of us and go, hey, I need your net worth statements. I need to see all the assets you own. I need to see all your stuff. You have to have an accumulated net worth of the loan amount. Who cares about your credit? They want to see net worth, okay? The second thing you have to have is 10% of the purchase price in liquid capital. This is not down payment. This is beyond your down payment. This is beyond your operating expenses. They want to see 10% of the purchase price in liquid cash sitting in account doing nothing. So when people go, I want to get started in multifamily, I'm like, okay, what you just told me is you don't want to get started in multifamily. You want to learn how to raise a lot of capital, and you want to learn how to attract key principles that you can use their net worth statement in order to get a deal done, because that's the only way you're getting a deal done in multifamily.
So I watched this interview with Jerry Norton, and he absolutely crushed it. By the way, Jerry is on this podcast every week, Wholesale Hotline podcast. Check it out. He said freshman year is wholesale. Sophomore year is flips. Junior year is building your rental income, your rental portfolio. And senior year is creative and multifamily and development. Sorry, not creative. Multifamily and development. And I absolutely love that. And he said, if you need cash flow to pay your bills right now, you're going to fail.
100%. I agree with that 100%. You need to be
wholesaling.
So
what do you use for income? You got to go and look at what's freshman year. It's called wholesale. Yeah, it's called wholesale. Going out and building a nice, healthy, heavy bank account from going out there and solving the problems of individual property owners and the cash buyers that are looking for those deals.
Yep, 100%.
Isn't that great?
The beautiful thing about what we do here, guys, is that when you learn the basics of wholesale, you can apply that strategy to multifamily when you decide or when you have the chops to actually get into that world. Understanding how to evaluate, understanding how to underwrite, making key connections, all of the things that happen in your laying the groundwork of your real estate business, building your wholesale business up, that will give you all the things that you're going to need. How do you think Pace has the capacity to connect with all of the people that he's connected with? He built those relationships over time while he was building his wholesale business.
This is important, because I think this is where I might differ with you guys. Jamil, I agree with everything you're saying, but I do have a difference in my opinion on where people should be wholesaling because of exactly what you're saying. All right. Because when you're wholesaling, you're not just wholesaling. What you're really doing is you are accumulating key relationships you will use the rest of your life. So if you start wholesaling in Ohio, but you have no intention at any point of holding property there, I feel you're doing yourself a disservice, because the relationships with the title, escrow attorneys, probate attorneys, all these people that you're really building, right? Wholesale is more than just, I need cash today. Wholesale is, I'm building key relationships I will use the rest of my life. So if you're building relationships with escrow officers, private money lenders, this, that, and the other, all this kind of stuff over the years of wholesaling, and you want to convert and go into multifamily, but you decide I'm going to go into multifamily in a different market because their rental laws are more favorable than where I'm currently wholesaling, I feel like that's almost starting a business entirely fresh with new relationships. You're going to need boots on the ground in that local area. My personal opinion. So I tell people, that, can you wholesale in California? Absolutely. We have a lot of people. Scott Oots making $800,000, $900,000 a month wholesaling deals in California. But guess what? He doesn't buy and hold in California. He went to Houston and Dallas to buy and hold. And when he did that 2 years ago, he had to restart all those relationships. Can it be done? It's happening all the time. I'm just saying, for me, if I would have gone back and really known that key factor, I would have chosen my virtual markets just a little bit different, based on where I want to hold my properties. Arizona, all day long, I'll wholesale, fix and flip, and buy and hold. Okay. California, I'm going to wholesale. I'll even fix and flip in California. I've got one going on right now, but I don't want to buy and hold there. So for me, I would focus my time and energy in areas of wholesaling, in areas that I know I'm going to want to buy and hold at some point.
Love it.
How's Canada, by the way?
Fucking cold.
Yeah.
Already? Language. Sorry, sure guys. Is.
Already?
Oh, man, it was. I mean, I got there. It started snowing. I'm like, what the heck is happening here?
It's October.
Yeah, it was cold. It was amazing though. It was my in-laws' 50th wedding anniversary, and everybody, like my whole wife's family, all came out in droves. It was phenomenal. It was an incredible party, just full of love and all happiness. It was truly a magical time. I'm happy to be back, though. Happy to be back. I'm really looking forward to. I've got a challenge coming up starting tomorrow. The Mr. Moneybags challenge.
Let's go.
If you guys are having a hard time right now finding buyers for your deals, tomorrow is going to change the game for you.
Is that who Mr. Moneybags is?
Yes, the Monopoly guy.
Is it the cash buyers?
That's who they are. They're Mr. Moneybags, and they're ready to spend some money with you, aren't they?
So what are you going to find?
We're gonna help you guys find your buyers in today's market, right? So the buyers that you might have been wholesaling to months ago, they may not be in the game right now. They may be sitting on the sidelines. They may be doing other things. They may be trapped in projects. There could be things going on, and your current buyer pool has dried up. And how do I know this is happening? Because some of the most advanced wholesalers in the nation have been DMing me and reaching out, asking for help. And if they're asking me for help, I can't imagine that you're not having the same problem. And that's the reason for the challenge. So that's going to start tomorrow. And then we have Nightmare on Deal Street on Friday.
On Friday, in person.
I am so pumped for that. I've been getting blown up from people. People are coming from all over the country to come in and hang out and do this live day of calling. It's going to be fantastic, man. And then Pace and I are going to Boston.
When?
On Saturday.
Fantastic.
It's just crazy.
Trick or treating.
How many days have you slept in your bed in the last 3 weeks?
I don't know. I don't think I have.
I
don't think
You've been on a whirlwind tour.
Yeah. The TV show ended, and then our lives began. That's what we do.
Okay, so this is a great question for you, Jamil. What does no exclusivity mean on JV deal contracts?
Great question. So, Lewis, exclusivity means that you're the only person marketing the deal. Right. So if you try to give an exclusive option or an exclusive JV contract with somebody that you're just beginning a relationship with, it's very unlikely that they're going to want to do that because you're tying their hands, right? You're tying their hands from even marketing their own deal. You're essentially saying, hey, I want to be the only person marketing this deal. I don't necessarily feel that exclusive options or exclusive JV agreements are the best for everybody in the situation. I think leaving it open and letting everybody do their best to go out and try to get the buyer, I believe that's the best way to approach it. The one thing I would never want is if I'm helping JV a deal and I'm busting my butt trying to sell it, but I just can't find a buyer. Meanwhile, my partner or my acquisition wholesaler who has the deal under contract is stuck not being able to do anything because I'm exclusively tied to this deal. Mm-hmm. And then, the deal ends up canceling. That's sucky, right? I think wholesale is a meritocracy. You have to perform. You got to show up and do the job. And that's why I think these exclusive contracts, they're kind of lazy, man. You're asking somebody to marry you and put all their eggs in your basket. And I don't think that's necessarily the best way to go.
It's too much. And it makes you as the wholesaler lazy and just hoping that they're going to take care of it for you, as opposed to going out and proactively finding and building these relationships.
Nobody will care. I've said this before and I will say it again and I'll say it again and again and again. Nobody will care about your wholesale deal or your contract as much as you ever. Nobody will care as much as you. Keep that in mind. Look, my company is built on being that helping hand, the people that can help you move your contract. But we weren't out in the streets knocking on the door, getting the deal under contract. We weren't out there pounding the pavement, doing the thing with you. You were. So you have to remember that. And you got to have that responsibility that even though people are helping you sell your deal, you got to bust your butt and do it yourself as well. And the first to win gets it.
In this market, the more people pushing, the better on these deals.
For the most part, Ingrid, we do non-exclusive. There's going to be some franchises that are going to prefer exclusive agreements, and I can't speak to that. Every franchise is independently owned and operated, but for the most part, we do non-exclusive. We just want the deal to get sold. We're here to help.
This is a good question. I like this one. Yo Knows Best says, how effective will current comps be since the housing market price point changes so quickly? I'm going to tell you guys from a fix and flip standpoint, I am looking at any ARV and I'm taking 20% off every ARV right now. Nobody wants to hear that, but it's true. Interest rates are climbing again, 0.5% in December minimum. They are going to climb again in February, another 0.5% minimum. We have yet to even experience what is about to come. Did you guys hear about Open Door?
What happened?
Open Door.
Close their door?
Oh my gosh, bro. This is such a great article. I got to pull this up. Open Door.
I don't know why I've never thought of that. That's wonderful.
Open Door lost $175 million this quarter.
Wow.
Yes.
This quarter.
Wow.
I was on Phoenix. I was on here it is. Let me show it. Yeah. They no doubt. I'm pulling up the article right now. I'll give you guys the link too. This is a great article. I mean, this you got to figure out what this means to you as an individual, but this is not good for anybody really. When you look at this, okay, open door. This presents an amazing opportunity for us, and you guys need to just understand that first and foremost. It's an amazing opportunity. So full screen layout. Let's bump this up just a little bit so we can all read it. Open door. Business model flaw drives losses of 42% in just August deals. Okay. Open Door Technologies reported its loss of 42% of transactions. It will lose as much as $175 million in adjusted earnings before taxes, depreciation.
In the third quarter.
In the third quarter. Of course, Open Door didn't respond to this, but they have also a $62 million fine from the FTC for misleading consumers. The company reportedly pitched potential sellers with misleading and deceptive information, with most customers making thousands less than they would have with a more traditional approach. Interesting stuff. Okay, so
Wow.
what do you guys think this means for us, right? For me personally, I know the market is trending downward, but when a market changes, all it does is provide opportunity for everybody. The sellers in Nightmare on Deal Street. You guys are going to see how many deals we're going to get under contract in just a couple of hour time frame, because they need to get rid of these deals. This is an amazing opportunity to understand wholesaling real estate. What do you guys think?
I think it's indicative of what's happening. You know, the writing has been on the wall for a minute. Open Door was overpaying for their properties, right?
Yeah, for the last 8 or 9 years, and now the Piper's coming coming home.
They are. They're coming to collect, and I don't think it's good. I think that when you have a company like this that has been the front runner in the iBuyer world, where we normalized the conversation of selling fast for convenience, Open Door was a part of that, right? And so that they laid a lot of groundwork, and it did a lot of good, positive things for our industry as a whole. I feel that the fine is not a good look. I think the fine is definitely going to be hurt. It's going to hurt people. It's going to hurt our business, because again, look, the way that Open Door was even closing their deals by having a sales price and then all of their fees come off as line items, so that everything recorded higher than it actually was being bought for. I found that deceptive in the first place, right? And so you could see that what they were trying to accomplish, what they were doing it was like those wholesalers that aren't transparent, the shady ones. It was like that, but like in the form of a big corporation, you know? And so I think first and foremost, let's get back to being transparent. Let's get back to solving problems and being helpful. But secondly, now with this whole loss that they're going through right now, that's just another dump of inventory on the market. And because they don't have the same emotions as your regular homeowner, right? Who may decide to not sell because the price is too low or what they're being offered is too low. Open Door, I bet you right now, if you went and made offers on Open Door's houses at pennies on the dollar, you'd get some of them accepted.
Yeah, 100%, 100 freaking percent.
And what is that going to do to the comps in the area? What is that going to do to overall pricing in the area? It's not good.
It's not good. Here's what it is. It's great for wholesalers. It's not amazing for homeowners. That's all it is, right? So Misty Dunn, she says, will we be able to watch live on Friday? The answer is, if you are a sub 2 Astro or TTP student, you will be able to watch live. We have a Zoom link that everybody will be shared with. It is on an amazing Zoom account that has 5,000 limit, which is dope. New little Zoom account that I got. Boom, boom, boom. So your Brent, I think I haven't given you the link, or have I?
Nope.
Okay, I'll get you the link here in just a couple of minutes. I'll make sure that Alejandra gets it.
Unless your team did. You know, Alejandra runs all that.
Yeah, she does. I'll make sure everybody gets it. We'll send it out to the community multiple times this week. Nightmare on Deal Street. Here's the plan of attack. 9 o'clock we are starting. We're going to go till 2 o'clock, but we're going to be working in the competition up until noon. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go 9 to 10. We're going to do a little State of the Union, talk about what's going on in the market. Why are we doing this? What's important? And we're going to split up in teams. And then for 2 hours, we're going to run a competition from 10 to noon. Lunch comes in. We all hang out. We talk about who won the competition. And then we do a couple of maybe an hour and a half, maybe an hour of Q&A, hanging out, taking photos, having a good time. But everybody's going to be able to watch all this stuff. And then we'll break. And I think a lot of people are going to come into town. The weather is perfect. You're probably going to see all 150 of our in-person guests go climb Camelback Mountain or go on a hike or go do something. Arizona's spectacular this time of year. So yes, you'll be able to watch everything live except for the hike afterwards.
You know what I find interesting is this. In our lifetimes, on average, we're going to deal with 3 to 5 recessions, right? As adults, as professionals out there doing what we do, we're going to deal with 3 to 5 recessions. And every recession, this is what happens. The rich get a whole bunch richer and the poor get poorer. It's the truth. Why? Because the rich have money to go buy the discounts. They do. It's going to bounce back. The S&P 500, going to bounce back. Crypto, going to bounce back. Real estate, going to bounce back. All of these things bounce back if you have the cash to buy when they're down.
Yep.
Listen to me. Timing matters. If people tell you that timing doesn't matter, they're being amateurish. It absolutely does. Timing matters. We all know people that bought properties in 2011 in this market right here that are now worth quadruple, if not 5 times what they're worth.
Right
Now, if you bought the
here.
same property in 2021 or 2018 or 17, it did not quadruple in value. Right?
Right.
There are times. So what I'm saying is right now is the time to go out and find the best deals. Right now is the time to go out there. And if this is your side hustle, get serious about it. If you're like tiptoeing a little bit, if you're a little bit lukewarm, spit that out of your mouth and go bananas on this, on wholesaling. Because I'm telling you, when you can get $10, $20, $30, $50,000, right, per deal, and you can go out there and buy these discounted properties, that is how wealth gets built. It's in the down times because it's going to go up eventually. We get 3 to 5 as adults.
Yep.
We get 3 to 5 opportunities.
Pace.
Take advantage of it.
Just as an example, how much would you say my house is worth?
$2 million.
Okay. So down the street from me, on the same side of the street, 4,000 square foot house. I'm under contract on right now at $1 million.
Got him.
Nice. 50%.
$1 million. 50% off.
Just telling you.
50% off.
What are you going to do with it?
Airbnb it.
For how long are you going to own it?
I'm gonna hang on till the market rebounds, and then I'll probably sell it.
Right.
Yeah.
And make double.
Make $1 million.
And not only that, are you buying it with cash? Or are you going to get some financing with it?
A little bit of financing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Leverage a little bit, right?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden the cash, if you look at cash, like cash on cash return, once the market.
That thing will bring me 20 grand a month.
Come on, man.
Here's a great question. With 15 days left in my 1031 exchange, I haven't found a property yet. Okay, for those of you guys that don't know what a 1031 exchange is, it's this fancy thing that the government allows us to do to roll our profits from one deal into the next deal, not actually receiving those profits, but just rolling them into the next deal to compound. And what they do is they allow us to avoid paying taxes on the gains on deal number 1 as we roll it to deal number 2. It's called a 1031 exchange. I haven't found a property yet. I have teamed up with sub 2 students and still haven't found one. What should I do if I can't find a deal in time? 2 things. I'll start with the good news. I have a deal for you. I just turned down in Mesa because I have too many deals in my I have so many deals in my pipeline. I'm turning down deals. A Mesa sub 2 deal 4 miles away from me. I just turned down. I said no to. I will get that deal under contract for you, Nathan, if you want it, and I will sign it to you for $1 to get you solved on your 1031 exchange. That's the first thing. I'll help you solve that. Okay. Email. Let's bombard my partner, Cody Barton. How about that? Text Cody Barton. Do you think he'll be mad if I give out his cell phone number?
No,
he'll love it, dude. He loves talking to people.
If you guys ever have a question about anything, just ask Cody.
And actually, guys, if you really want to get a hold of Pace, you have to go through Cody.
Yeah.
That's the gatekeeper.
Yeah, if you ever just want to say hi to Pace, you want to just say, if you want Pace to come to your birthday party or something like that, just text Cody.
Yeah.
There's Cody's information, Nathan. CodySellsAZ@gmail.com. Guys, that's number 1. Okay, I got deals coming out my ass right now. There's deals everywhere, first and foremost. The second thing is, Jamil, I'm going to tie you into this question. If you relied on, let's say you're just brand new and you go, I'm going to rely on 2 real estate agents to bring me my entire business. How frequently would you be getting deals?
Bro, it wouldn't work.
It doesn't work with 2 people.
This is a game of numbers. You got to cast a wide and deep net. You've got to be talking to hundreds of people. When I hear somebody say, hey, every time I talk to an agent, this is what they say. You know what I know that they've done? They've talked to 5 agents. Mm-hmm. Because if you've got the opinion that every time something happens, then you're wrong. Because if you do enough of something, you will get different results.
Give them a number.
That's how it works.
How many?
You should be having 30 to 50 conversations a day. That is how you build a business.
What if you're part-time? What if they're just doing it in between?
Half it.
Just build it.
Look, for a full-timer would be doing 30 to 50 conversations a day. Okay. Mm-hmm. If you're a half-timer, go half of that. Easy.
There you go. Chris says 40 contacts a day.
Absolutely.
Where can they get the scripts on how to communicate effectively with agents? There's some people on here that are 17 years old, 18 years old, 19 years old. They've never talked to a real estate agent before.
I've got old challenges on my YouTube channel, guys, that are available. The Secret Agent Challenge 1, Secret Agent Challenge 2. You got multiple opportunities to get different scripting there, to hear how different people approach. You can pick a style that more suits the way that you talk and communicate, and then run with it.
Guys, just listen to the way that Jamil does it and do it. He's the best of the best.
Hey, Maj, if you want a seller finance or sub-2 deal, all you have to do is open your mouth. I love you. I really do. I genuinely love Maj. He's amazing. He's a vegan, and this dude is almost as shredded as Brent Daniels. He's freaking
I'm
tough.
sure he's way more shredded, bro.
He's tough as nails.
I am sure.
I can tell you, Maj, you spend more time asking technical questions than you do networking with people, and that's your biggest problem. Okay. Less technical, more relationships. Less technical, more relationships. I have never made $1 in my life without another human being involved. Never.
Paralysis by analysis. It's real.
If I know the equation requires more humans equals more money, not more questions equals more money, then I would spend my time building more relationships to get more money. That's it. That's my thing, Maj. You need to be making friends. And then just like Jamil teaches with agent follow-up, Jamil, if you reach out to one agent, you develop a relationship, and then you just sit there, let's say 100, you get 100 agents. Okay. And you call them all one time and you go, I did it. I did agent outreach. I have 100 agents all in my phone. And then you sit there and you twiddle your thumb and wait for them to sell you deals. Is that the equation?
No, you've got to, you contact them once, and then you follow up again, and you follow up again, and you follow up again, and you do it on a cadence of every week to 2 weeks until they tell you to stop or they give you something. That's what it is. Be relentless with your follow-up, guys. Nothing happens in one contact.
They'll get mad at you.
Absolutely. So what? Let them get mad. Look, the only reason they get mad at you when you contact them and ask them if they've got something to sell you is because they're lazy and they ain't doing nothing. That's why they're mad. They're mad because you're reflecting to them their laziness. When they say, stop it, leave me alone, it's because you're reminding them how much they're failing at their job. So remind them again.
Jamil gets hammed when he goes to Canada. He got a little bit of that Calgary in him right now.
Got that dog in him.
Because I eat them. I eat them ketchup chips, bro, and there's something in that red food coloring, I think.
So good. Not financial advice says, how in the do you manage 40 contracts a day? It's not 40 contracts.
One at a time.
40 contacts.
Yeah.
Okay, Jamil, is a contact a 15-minute phone call, or what does a contact typically consist of? Let's say I already have 100 agents. Mm-hmm. Okay. Am I reaching out to all of them every day? You already answered that. You said every couple of weeks. But when I reach out to them, is it a 15-minute phone call, or is it sometimes a 1-minute phone call, or a text message, or an email, or a DM? Like what does that consist of?
So the initial outreach is always going to be a call. And you want to try to limit that call in time. Some agents are going to want to talk your ear off. They're going to try to stay on the phone with you for 20 minutes. Have an out. figure out a scripted out that you've got to. For me, I like to pretend someone's trying to get my attention. So I'm like, oh yeah, hold on. Yeah, okay, sorry. Hey, I got to run, but why don't you do this? Save me in your phone as Jamil has the cash. Do it right now. Jamil has the cash, and I'm going to keep following up with you until you got something. Cool? Done. So I instruct them what to do. I tell them what's going to happen. I'm laying out the foundation of what this is going to look like for the next little while. I'm going to harass you, and you're going to know who I am because you saved me in your phone as Jamil has the cash. And when I harass you, you're going to understand how serious I am about doing a deal with you. And when that deal presents itself, we will do business. That's it.
You know what we should do? We got, that's a great question and a great answer, Jamil. Thank you. Sebastian says, hey, everyone, I'll be in Phoenix this Thursday. We're gathering before the Keegley meetup to be able to network longer if someone is around.
Amazing.
2 p.m. at Pedal House. So here's what we're going to do. I'll get the list of everybody that's been approved for the golden ticket event. I'll make sure everybody gets together in like a Discord or a Slack or something like that so they can communicate with each other. So you guys can network, because you guys should be networking at the Keegley meetup, and the people that are coming into the golden ticket event, which we have deemed this month called Nightmare on Deal Street. You guys should be coming out of that meetup with 150 contacts,
At
150
least.
friends, right?
Yeah, not only that, they'll be at the Keegley office. They can connect with folks at Keegley. They can get a rep there. I mean, guys, there's so much that you can do when you're here. That meetup it's all Pace on Thursday night at the Keegley meetup. Pace is going to be doing a whiteboard session of creative finance.
What are you charging at the door?
Oh yeah, it's $1,000 entry. It's free.
What?
Yeah, and we'll feed you.
That's crazy. It's Keegley meetup, Keegley.com/meetup for the details. Come on over, hang out with us, guys. I'm going to be breaking down how much time do I have? Because you know me, I go so long.
2 hours.
10 minutes.
Yes.
Yep. Tell them 10 minutes.
You have 2 full hours. I want you to split people's brains open.
Okay. Love it.
I'm excited for it.
I love it. Okay, cool.
He'll just be going.
He's gonna
Friday.
He is going to. I know he's gonna keep. It's gonna keep extending into.
It's gonna be
Friday
tense
morning.
in your parking lot.
It's great. Guys, this is it. It's gonna be phenomenal. I'm excited. There's so many people that need to hear what you have to talk about, Pace. The strategy that you teach, it's dominating our current market space. It's incredible. He's gonna show you guys how to leverage creative finance in this shifting market to your advantage. Amongst other things, I'm sure he's got a host of things that he's going to want to talk about that I don't know of. So make sure you show up. If you are coming to Nightmare on Deal Street, come to the Keegley meetup. And guys, I've been getting a lot of DMs from folks who don't know what to do. Pace, can we put the address of Keegley up? It's 1050 West Washington, Tempe, Arizona.
We sure will.
Justice, the answer is actually doing deals. That's the answer.
Bro, you just stole my thunder. I
got you, bro.
Okay, so
it's the truth, though,
bro. Have you guys ever walked in? Okay, you'll understand this, Brent. Have you ever walked into a locker room that hasn't been cleaned in like a month and it's just putrid, stinky?
Yes.
Okay, it's just gross. Like football equipment hasn't been washed. You're just like,
yes.
Whoa, that's what a normal RIA smells like. Okay.
Oh wow.
in my mind, okay, in my mind, it not literally, because the first time
to me it's where like the professors hang out that have the theory of real estate and not actually run and do real, like, the professors teach business but they don't do business. Mm-hmm, right.
Mm-hmm.
The realtors that say I've been a realtor for 30 years when they introduce themselves, it's like, I didn't ask you how long you've been a real estate agent. Those are the people that hang out at RIAs typically. Now, there's some RIAs Jamil and I have been to when we're going around the country that I'm like, wow, these RIAs are unbelievable. So
most of the RIAs we've seen are diarrheas.
Oh my gosh. So it attracts a different type of personnel. Okay. So here's the thing. The people who are running the meetup, okay, typically the people that are running the meetup create a culture inside of their meetups. For us, we're all three doing a lot of deals, buying real estate, fixing and flipping, wholesaling a ton. So when people come, the people we attract are also just like us. They're go-givers. They want to give and give and give. They want to spend time. They're not going to say, I've been a realtor for 30 years. And back in my day, none of that stuff goes on. The question is, how can I help you? What do you need? How can I help you? What do you need? That is the spirit of our meetups. Our meetups are all about collaboration and helping each other. The energy is completely different. Great question, Justice. Thank you. Okay, so we got the address up there, 1050 West Washington.
Yes, sir. Show up at 9 a.m. Show up at 9 a.m. for Nightmare on Deal Street, baby. It's gonna be dope.
1050 West Washington, Suite what?
Why'd you have to stop me, Pace?
It's first floor.
It's my own. It's on my own office, and I don't know it. Hold on, I'll tell you.
Brent, or we got Bobby in the back going, there's a huge map with the address on the site, guys. Yeah. All right. Let's
if people can't find it, they've got bigger issues. It's at that building. You can't miss it. Bottom floor.
I love how Ingrid knows this more than you. Ingrid says it's Suite 133.
Ingrid's got it. In the clutch.
It.
There we go.
Chris RCO or Archeo says, who are the best wholesalers in California? I would say Christian Hernandez. He's one of my students, crushes it, does a great job. Scott Oots crushes it, does a great job. Dustin Kircher, Mike, and like so many people.
Curtis Harvey's a smasher out there.
Todd Toback.
Oh, Todd Toback. You got Stratton Brown, all of them, all them boys. You got Ty,
Jason Pritchard, Tyler Yanaka.
Dude, I have 400, maybe 500 students in California. He just moved to Denver, so we can't count him anymore.
Oh, he still wholesales in NorCal though, doesn't he?
That's a good question. I should ask him. I'm sure he still is. So California's full of killer wholesalers. Okay. So you can, Jen Shelton. Oh my gosh. I love Jen Shelton. She's amazing. Jen Shelton's in California. You should definitely need to know her. Dan Quijano says that, Jonah smokes weed now that he moved to Denver.
It's legal in California, Daniel.
David says, I'm sub 2 right here in LA. By the way, Jamil, I don't know about you, but I actually put an LA date on our calendars.
Yeah, let's go.
What day are you not available for? You're traveling somewhere?
December 15th to 22nd.
Where are you traveling to?
I'm in Mexico.
Okay. We got to figure out a different date then.
Okay.
I got to change it up. I put it up. Oh, Richard Knowles, my boy. Richard Knowles is a great wholesaler in California, also works for Twitter. And his partner, unbelievable boys. There's so many people that are amazing. Tia Campbell-Peterson, who we love and adore. We get to hang out with her all the time. Dude, we could go on for hours with all the people in Cali. Amazing. All right, here's one. TJ Miller. What up, guys? I actually closed my first creative transaction, although it wasn't off market and I didn't wholesale it. It was definitely did the biggest commission I've ever made, all thanks to y'all. Boom. You're welcome, TJ. Just make sure you send us 10% of that. All right.
Each.
This is a good one. The Footman's says never paid for a course. Go check out Flip with Rick. Rick and his son have a free online course that others make you pay thousands for. Well, that's good. Those guys are great guys. They're awesome. So thank you so much for giving us that information. How are they making money? Are they selling affiliates or what are they doing over there, Footmans?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do?
Affiliates. Yep.
Okay. Because I thought that was like their whole thing of like, we don't charge, we don't make money from any of this information, any of that kind of stuff.
I know that Zach's one of the biggest affiliates that Batch has.
Oh, dope. Okay, cool. Good for him. Love that.
Yeah, no, guys, if you like those guys, go with those guys.
Yeah, those guys are great. They're smart guys. They're smart guys. I love it. Okay. Luis Sarti says, is Nightmare on Deal Street full for showing up in person? Yeah, dog. You should have been involved in that a long time ago. Okay. When we announce stuff, sells out, books out immediately. That's a free one, by the way. Invite Zach Ginn and his dad out. We would love to have them. They're awesome guys. That one's a free one. So we'll exchange free content. That one's an in-person live calling agents, locking up deals in person. Would you call it a boot camp? No, it's not a boot camp.
I'd call it a boot camp-ish, boot camp-ish.
Or an intensive.
What Friday?
Yeah.
It's called a regular Friday.
Oh, there we go.
What are we talking about here?
There we go.
It's called doing your job.
It's
called waking up and winning in the morning. How about that? It's called going
out
and having quality conversations with people. It's called building a unbelievable pipeline of opportunities. That's what that's called. Boom.
Yes, I love it. So unfortunately, guys, the nightmare on Deal Street, we talked about it 3 weeks ago before we announced it. And we told you guys to jump on it immediately. And if you didn't jump on these things, they get booked out immediately. Like literally, we invited people from all over the country to this, 150 people. That's how big our office can fit. Maybe 200. Maybe we should do another one of these like in February. And it's like, we love deals or something like Valentine's Day theme type of thing. And we could maybe pack 200 people in there. But if we talk about it, you got to jump on the waiting list immediately. Can y'all do something like Nightmare on Deal Street on the East Coast? Honestly, we would love to. Okay. We're going to be in Boston on the East Coast coming up pretty soon. Okay.
We've got Pace and I we're planning to take America by storm over the next few months, guys. So you'll be seeing a lot of us in a town near you.
Here, I had this thought today. Bradley Austin, he says, please have Zach back on here. We'd love to have Zach back on here. Zach's smart, sharp cookie. His dad's awesome. They're great guys. I've been on the podcast. Jamil's been on the podcast. They're good guys. We like them.
Same.
And, to kind of re-comment on that, courses are fine and dandy, right? Like there's lots of information out there, but understand that what we do here it's not courses. Okay. We're community builders. These are families. All right. If you look at the number of sub-2 students who do deals with sub-2 students, it's insane. You see the number of people that are in astro flipping doing their first deals with other astro flipping students. It's crazy. Same with TTP and crossing over. In fact, Pace and I are now putting out a new Saturday mindset Zoom where it's going to be astro and sub-2 students together. We should actually get some TTPers in there to kind of round that out and make it just one beautiful big mind meld. But like, this is what we're talking about, guys, building community, building relationships. This isn't about courses. So if you're thinking that, wow, look at these 3 guys standing there for 90 minutes talking about wholesale real estate so they can sell a course, you've got the wrong idea, bro.
I don't think we've ever talked about selling a course on any of our 140 episodes.
Never. But it's just interesting that's the comment,
What we had, so I was in Orlando a couple of weeks ago. We had the massive meetup. Me and Jerry had 350 people show up to a little teeny house. Cops got called on us. It was epic. It was like some high school shit all over again, right? Like we're just out there partying with our community. And somebody comes to the meetup and they whisper in my ear, like, how do I join your course? And I was like, I don't have a course. Like, what do you mean? Aren't these people all your students? I go, no, this is my family. These are my people. This is our community. I don't have a course, but thank you so much. Like if you think that's what we're doing here, that's not what we're doing. But I understand it. That's the old way of doing things. I totally get that a lot of people are kind of still stuck in that mindset. We're reinventing and pressing the reset button on the entire industry. Just FYI. Okay. Are you coming to Northern Cali? Jamil, are we coming to Northern Cali?
Hell yeah, bro. Let's go to San Francisco.
Bro, I'm trying to tee you up for Fresno.
Yeah, we're going to Fresno. That's Central California.
Not really, bro. Nobody thinks of Fresno as Central Cali.
I think so.
I mean, LA is Central Cali. Yeah, I'd say Fresno is probably Central Cali. So, guys, we're going to be in Fresno. Do you remember the date? November 17th and
November
18th?
17th, 18th, correct.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, it's already sold out. It's a sold out meetup. So if you guys haven't already got a ticket there, I wouldn't bother.
You want to see something kind of cool I made? Or maybe you don't care?
I want to see.
You do want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to show you this cool little meetup thing I created because I get so many people that ask, like, when are you guys visiting my town? What's going on? And so what I did, and I get so many people at DM me go, when are you coming to Miami? And I'm like, what? When am I coming to Miami? Let me tell you a little something. Okay. When are we coming to Miami? Dude, here's what we did this year. Arizona meetups. We probably did 15. San Diego did 3 meetups this year. Dallas 3, Miami 3, Orlando 4 times, Bahamas, Boise, Idaho. Bro, we've been done Boise, Idaho a couple of times this year. Houston, LA, Vegas. We've been in Vegas a ton this year. Montana, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Fort Collins, Colorado. I did that one on my own. Coeur d'Alene, I did on my own. San Antonio, Atlanta 5 times. New York City and New York one were amazing. We did Birmingham, North Carolina, South Carolina, Chicago, and all over Florida and Texas like you wouldn't believe. Here's the upcoming stuff. Keighley meetup, Okay, I'm going to give you guys a copy of this sheet right now in the comments so you guys can see when we're doing our next stuff. But you will also see, I'm going to update this every single week. You will see at the bottom here, here's all the stuff we have coming up. Here's the Eventbrite for Fresno. By the way, it's November 19th to 20th. Jamil's wrong.
Okay.
But I thought you were right. I'm doing another golden ticket event on the December 16th, talking about the paperwork and all that kind of stuff.
Wonderful.
I got to change this because you can't make it here.
Correct.
I was thinking, I'm just going to say sometime in December.
Early December. Let's go early December.
Early December?
Yep.
Okay, we got to figure that out then. So maybe somewhere in here somewhere.
Bro, I'm excited for LA. You know, we've got hitters out there in SoCal.
You won't be able to make it to Hawaii if I go to Hawaii?
When are you gonna? I'll come after. How long are you gonna be there for?
I can go whenever I want. I own a wholesale business. I can. So
I have to be at that wedding.
What's the date?
December 15th to the 22nd. Then I'm free game.
Okay, so if I go to, maybe what we do is we do LA like the 23rd. Would you be down for that? Like 23rd?
Heck
like
yeah, bro.
A Christmas Eve type of thing, like some vibes in Cali.
Yeah, bro.
We do the 23rd, not the 24th, because that's New Year's Eve, but we do the 23rd, and then I fly out to Hawaii from the 23rd all the way to like January 5th or something like that. Yeah,
I'll probably come out. I gotta get Charisma's schedule and see what that all looks like, but I'll try to make it out to Hawaii.
Okay, cool. So guys, here's the spreadsheet, the Google sheet. You guys can take a look at it. Here's the cities and states that we're trying to hit up here pretty soon. Check it out. So we've got these are the ones that Jamil and I have been talking about. Temecula, California, realestatecampfire.com. That one's going to be sick. March 2023.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Detroit.
That's Pace and I are doing the real estate campfire, bro. You're going to speak at it.
What is that? What is it?
It is the most phenomenal real estate event that will ever take place in all time.
It's like it's like Woodstock for real estate.
It's real estate Woodstock.
Yeah.
On a ranch, bro. It's going to be like camp.
Dan Fleischman owns a ranch.
There's 4 giraffes.
He has giraffes, rhinos, all the things there. He's got a lake. He's got a shooting range, horseback riding, a racetrack, all this stuff there. We're going to do a community building event, and we're going to try and get 2,000 people at this ranch. And we're going to do 2 days in class and 1 day out in the field doing community building.
When is this?
March 2023.
2023.
Real estate.
Hey, we should put that wait list up. We should put the wait list up right now because I think it's going to fill up.
Real estate.
Thousands of people will come to this. Thousands of people.
So with this, just one more time, let me just show people this is where we want to go this next 12 months. At least these places. Detroit, Michigan, Portland, Tacoma, Seattle, Denver, Boise, Albuquerque. Yes, Dan Quijano, we are going to come to Albuquerque. Kansas City, Oklahoma City, Memphis, New Orleans, DMV. Oh my gosh, it's ripe for that. New York, New Jersey, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Columbus, Cleveland, Lexington, Kentucky, Minneapolis, and Puerto Rico. We're going to do a meetup. So, Brent, I know that you're currently in the phase of your life where you're not traveling as much as you would have years ago. You know, you got young kids that you're taking care of. We would love to have you come and accompany us on any of those, as many as you want, and travel around the country and meet people.
Awesome. Love it.
Brent, Jamil has a book coming out in 2023 for Bigger Pockets. So him and I are going to be going on a Bigger Pockets book tour. We're probably going to do a 12-month book tour where we go out, we sign books, and meet the people. It's going to be great.
What's the book about?
It's Bigger Pockets' one and only ever wholesaling book.
Come on.
I am the subject matter expert for wholesale for Bigger Pockets, guys. Yeah, baby. Once upon a time, Bigger Pockets was allergic to wholesalers, and not today. Not today. Today, they have not only embraced the business model, but they embrace the way that we do it. Coming out 2023. And, oh my God. What about this guy? You know what I think we need to do, Pace? We got to do something. I want to invite audience members of Wholesale Hotline to come out for this premiere.
Have to.
I think this premiere is going to be so phenomenal. We've got Outkast performing. We've got the Outlaws from Tupac and the Outlaws already booked. Guys, this is not only going to be a television premiere, it's going to be a freaking concert.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible.
Incredible.
It's going to be amazing. I don't know where we're going to do it. We got to figure that out.
Yeah, we got crickets from Batch.
Nothing, hey?
Yeah, they're like, please call us. Don't do anything before you commit. Please call us. Okay. But Brent told us yes.
Let me work on it. Let me work on it.
We might have to do it outside, bro. We might have to do it outside. Felicia Dawn, a lot of people will continue to ask about Frank West Capital is the name of the hard money lender that will lend 100% of your purchase price. But here's the downfall to this. They are an Arizona lender only.
Yep.
However, there are multiple lenders in every state that will give you 100% financing. You just got to go remember what we say? Your network is your net worth. You got to go find relationships, go to meetups, ask other people who they're using. That's how I found Frank West. That's how Jamil and Brent, we all just spread the love. Like, hey, we found a lender that does 100%. Oh, I found another lender that does 100%. I didn't find these people. I found a person who found a person who found that person. Welcome to business. That's how you get things done. Okay. Melissa Smith. I'm a private lender for Melissa Smith on her first sub 2 deal. Super proud of her. She bought a sub 2 deal. She's going to wrap it. And she said, today I had a real estate attorney tell me he didn't understand what an assignment contract was.
Shocking.
Do you guys still run into that from time to time?
Yeah, you'll even have attorneys say, "Oh, that's illegal." Listen, people who don't understand stuff, right? It doesn't mean that they're bad. It just means that they're not equipped, or they don't understand what this modality or this instrument is. That's okay. My suggestion: find another attorney. You don't want to have to go and teach this person how to do their job. You want to go find somebody who does this job at a high level, because if you work with inexperienced title people and inexperienced closing attorneys, they will blow up your deal.
Yeah. This is a weird analogy, but this is the first thing that popped up in my head. Let's say that you're of age to go get married, and you're like, I want to have kids. I want to have this. I want to go travel the world, and I want to do this. This is the life I've imagined for myself. And you go on a date with a girl and she says, oh, I don't ever want to travel. I never want to do that. And I don't want to have kids. What do you do?
Yeah. You say, thanks. Let's enjoy the meal. And that's the end of it.
Yeah. And that's it. And you go find the next person. It's the same thing with real estate attorneys and like all of these things. You just go, oh, you're not a good fit for me. I'll go find the next person. CPAs were probably the worst thing for me. I had to go through probably 15 CPAs to find the one that I currently have. But you just have to. You have to sort through and filter through. One of the fastest ways to sort through and filter through is to get a referral, right? So Melissa Smith knows that, but we're just saying this to everybody else. This one's a good one. Joel, who usually asks really great questions. Proud of you, man. He says, what are some good options to put on our LOIs or our offers, whatever you want to do? LOI. Some people do letters of intent. Other people do offers, or submit a contract and say, let us know if you're into this, to discuss if cash doesn't work, like seller finance carryback for free and clear probate. Have some properties that can be great seller finance. This is a great one. Let me show you something that's kind of cool. I'm gonna come back to Joel's question. How do you find your meet? Okay, here's a good one. Jamil, you answer this one. Okay.
How do we find your meetups and where they're going to be? Pace just said that he has a document that he's going to be updating every week, and it'll tell you where the meetups are, what cities. Now, typically, guys, we don't have the locations until we get closer to those dates. So understand that we will release the information as we have it, but the dates will be. Pace just put the document in the chat again. You can find where those meetups are going to be. And I would say, look, if you're virtually wholesaling in a market, fly out somewhere, fly where you're doing business, go meet people, go guys. Flights are cheap. They really are. Like you can fly on Southwest to almost anywhere in the United States if you book a little bit ahead of time for like a couple $100. What? Don't be cheap. Go places, do things, meet people, network, grow your business, be a big boy, big girl,
and talk to people.
You want to see some big boy shit? This is what I do when I work with probate attorneys. Okay, this is a really great example of how to present offers with multiple different ways of doing a deal. Okay, this is actually to a probate attorney. Okay, Giancarlo. And I said, here is my assessment of this home. You guys can see this or no?
Yep.
Okay. Here's my assessment of the home. I said, Giancarlo, I apologize. This is to the attorney. I immediately went down to Eloy a few days ago, got caught up with Zoom meetings all day, which is a surprise, surprise. Here's a Dropbox link for you and the seller, right? So I'm talking to the probate attorney about the deal. I took a few photos and about 50 to 60 videos, blah, blah, blah. Here's my assessment. I talked about the area so he can be educated when he talks to his seller. My price assessment after a renovation, I break down what my price assessment would be. And then I say, here are my suggestions. 1, list the property with an agent, highest price, longest time, most management, most risk. You see how I'm giving the option to them and simplifying it before they even have to read anything about it? Mm-hmm. They're going to go through option 1, then they're going to go through and they go, oh, partner with an investor. Guess what? That's called a novation agreement. Okay. Partner with the investor, decent price, no management, less risk. I'm not going to say the word novation agreement, but I'm going to explain it. Sell it outright to an investor. So this is a cash offer right here. Lowest price, fast, zero management, zero risk. Sell it to an investor on owner financing, highest priced, longest time, minor risk with security. And which one do you think they chose?
Oh, it always just depends on the needs.
There you go. Every single time I present those 4 options, every single time I say, go with a real estate agent. You're going to get this. You could partner with me. I'll do the renovations. You don't make me buy the property. We go and we partner on the deal. You'll make a little bit more money. I'll take the risk. That keeps me from having to get a hard money loan. Novation agreement. Okay. Not all the time are we partnering. Sometimes we're just saying, name your number. I get everything else, right? Depends on the way you structure it. Third way is an all cash offer. You're going to get it's the lowest price, but you can be done tomorrow. I'll cash you out. You're done. Fourth offer is let's do creative finance. Okay. Boom. Every single offer I make to an agent or to a probate attorney consists of those 4 things in exactly that order. Every single time.
It's great.
What kind of property was that? That was an Eloy? Is it a multifamily?
That was a single family deal.
Got it.
And which one do you think they chose? It doesn't matter. They choose something different every single time. Depends on the seller situation. But in that situation, they actually sold it to me on seller finance. I still own the property to this day.
I love Kim Young's question. Can we throw it up?
I don't see it, but let me find it. Okay, there we go.
Hi, guys. How many attorneys do you suggest we work with in a city? Kim, I would suggest you work with multiple. Try to find all of the attorneys or title companies that will do creative or wholesale deals. Establish relationships with as many as you can. This is the reason why. Title companies, closing attorneys, they get busy. And sometimes then your files, if you're not doing a lot of them, sometimes those files can get lost in the paper and they can slow things down. So you always want to have leverage. You always want to have relationships with multiple people, multiple companies in your city of business so that you can, if you have to pivot, you can pivot. Sometimes some title companies will insure a deed and others won't. So you've got to have resources. You've got to have backup plans. So I'd say is make as many relationships as you can.
Yes. Which ties into this question. What keeps all 3 of you motivated when things aren't going the way you want?
Each other.
Okay. Each other. 100%. We keep each other accountable. You have to have friends, right? A wolf is only as strong as the pack it runs with. Okay. Wolves together thrive. A single wolf will die by itself. So there you go. You got to be around the right people. And that's something we've done really, really well with, tying into what Jamil says. The second thing is, what's the alternative, my guy?
Yeah.
I know the alternative. I've lived the alternative life. So I know what that's like. It's kind of like asking me the question of why don't you touch a hot stove every morning? Well, because I've burned my hand before and I know what it feels like. I'm not going to do that again. It's the same thing with feeling sad about myself, feeling sorry for myself, something happened to me, whatever it is. I've been down that road. I know what the equation spits out the other side. This plus this equals a shitty life. So you got to just know that the alternative is not something that anybody wants. That's it.
The last piece there I want to just add to that is when things aren't going the way I want, I look at what am I supposed to learn right now? What is this teaching me? It's not going the way I want right now. I'm finding resistance. I'm finding opposition, whatever that might be, whether that might be in business, and whether that be in a relationship, whether that be in some professional endeavor. Things aren't going the way I want right now. what am I supposed to learn from what is happening right now so that I can move further next time? And understand that there are so many gifts in your breakdowns. There's so many gifts that you can find when things aren't going your way. But instead, what do we want to do? We want to look away. You want to look away when it's not going your way, but that's not the right way. Look deeper. When it's not going your way, find out what's happening inside you, what's happening around you. What do you need to adjust? You are attracting the problem. So stop attracting the problem. You have to figure out what's going on so that you can find a different opportunity next time. It's all about what's going on in you. I'm telling you.
Feed the monster. Feed the monster. The monster's name is potential. Feed it. It feeds off of winning. That's it. That's what potential feeds off of. And winning is not, everything was perfect and your business just flew off and there's no bumps in the road and you got every deal and everything was going on. You only fail when you stop. You're always winning. Every single day that you're taking action and learning, like you just said, you are winning. Feed the monster, because people don't have that monster. Not everybody has that monster inside of them. Not everybody feels like they have that huge potential. The people in this audience, the people that we speak to, the people in our community, the people we hang out with, all have that monster inside of them. All of them know that they got that dog. They got that fire. They've got everything that they need to be able to be successful. They just need to be pointed in the right direction and let loose. So just feed the monster, feed the potential that you have inside of you that you've always felt since you were little, or you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be thinking about being an entrepreneur. You wouldn't be thinking about building wealth. You'd just be one of the people that loves chilling in a dark room, playing video games and watching whatever. It's the truth. Go out and take action and feed that monster what it needs.
You know, these Harvard scientists, they did this experiment where they were trying to figure out what the effect of climate, like all of the stuff in the climate, carbon dioxide, all of the emissions, all the nasties that's out in the climate right now. What's the effect that it's having on the growth potential of trees? So what did they do? They were like, okay, well, let's try to figure out, let's plant some of these trees in this like closed ecosystem, a vacuum, okay? And let's make the conditions perfect. Let's have no toxicity in the environment whatsoever. Okay. What do you think happened to those trees?
They died.
They died, man.
They died.
They died.
Yeah.
Because they had no wind. They had no resistance. So they fell right over.
Wow. That's really good.
You need it. That's growth. Change hurts.
Yep.
That's why it's growth. Growth hurts. If you're the person that you want to be today, then you don't need to change. But if you want to be something else or you want to have something else, then you have to change.
Yes,
it
sir.
Is what it is.
Edgar says, Pace, can we use the same idea of offer presentation with 4 options to sellers directly? Would it be beneficial? Yes, it is 99.9% of the time it is beneficial. Sometimes you will run into somebody that's like, this is too many options. Just submit me an offer, and they'll be rude to you. And then you'll second guess your entire life. So 99% of the time, the answer is yes. Corey says, can we get an offer of that offer script? The answer is no. I give that to my sub 2 students only. I'm very sorry. It's a secret weapon. You gotta be trained to use it. So I don't be handing out loaded guns without training. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Johnny says, that's exactly why I signed up for the October 28th event. I've fallen off and I feel like this will get me right back on track. Guys, it is perfectly okay to have fallen off. Whenever somebody comes up to me and they go, I'm lost, I'm stuck, I have fallen off, I've lost track, I've lost my way, whatever the thing is, that's not what I'm hearing. Every single time I hear you say, I don't have any other motivated friends. I am in this alone.
You know, Pace and I got to hang out last week with some people who are making $1 million to $2 million a day. A day. Think about that. We are each going to stroke a check for $100,000 each to be in a mastermind, where literally the threshold to be in the mastermind is $50 million in net worth or more. Why do you think we do that? You get around people who vibrate away, you start vibrating that way.
Yeah, it's inevitable. It is. Every single dollar I have made in my life, I attribute to the people that are around me. Every single one. So maybe I should write you guys some checks. Here's a good one. Brent Daniels has been doing some Novation training lately. What's the name of that website again?
Novationtraining.com. Yep.
What is it one more time?
Novationtraining.com.
Okay. Pisces.
Yep.
I hope it's not pissy, because I bet you'd be in a really angry mood if you were always pissy. I think it's Pisces. Pisces. Can I wholesale a Novation deal, Brent?
No. Well, you're in a relationship now with the seller. Whether you're putting in investment into that property or not, you have set a ceiling on what you're going to give that seller, and you're going to sell the property for more of that. So, I mean, you could assign anything. I just don't know who would buy it. So, I mean, the answer is yes, but I don't know who would.
Came in late. How would the conversation go when networking with attorneys, seeing as though it is supposed to be illegal for attorneys to make referrals? It's not attorneys. It's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
I mean, I've got some of my best attorneys from other attorneys.
Man, these when people don't understand something, they say it's illegal. Attorneys can absolutely make referrals. They do it all the time.
Brent Daniels.
It's like something that makes people cringe. They go,
Yeah.
"Oh, I think that's illegal."
Yeah.
You could literally just say that about anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Working out. Oh, that's illegal.
Having a beard.
Ew, illegal.
Illegal. Yeah, it might be. Some places. Somewhere.
Oh, man.
Brent Daniels, what type of property is the best to start wholesaling?
An ugly one.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, listen. The biggest pool of buyers is going to be for single family. Correct me if I'm wrong. Single family properties that are probably a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a starter home, where there's the biggest pool of traditional buyers going to purchase that. So that's where people are looking for. That's like the bread and butter of our business. That's why you hear a lot when you see the little acronym 32 SFR. That's just a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single family residence, right? And so that's typically, the kind of the starter that you get into, and the bread and butter, and where most of them are going to be. So just find those that are ugly, but ugly houses, big checks. Tracy knows, and Tracy's going to be here, guys, on Friday, and she's going to blow your guys' faces off.
You got to be dressing up as a
Hey, by the way,
rhino.
Tracy, we wanted to do a dress up thing. I saw your comment before. I don't think we are. No. Okay. It's going to be regular everyday attire.
You're going to feel goofy dressed up like a solo cup making phone calls. So don't do it.
That'd be sick, though.
It's good. It's good for content, though. I don't know.
Show us all up and show up as like a freaking blue genie or something.
That was CGI, bro.
Oh, okay. That was Bobby.
Do you mind if I take this?
I'm teeing you up for this one. I got another one to follow up with right after it. Okay. Let me read it for you.
Tee me up.
1, 2, 3 chicken leg. If I wanted to get a deal in 1 week through agents, how much volume should I do? I really want to push the limits and put myself in a position where I can't overthink. Jamil.
1, 2, 3 chicken leg. The way that I would approach this is I would not be going after agents for off-market opportunities if you wanted to get a deal in a week. Mm-hmm. Okay, because that's going to be a longer time frame. That's going to take you anywhere between 30, 60 days before those will start to actually come to fruit. The best way to get a deal in a week would be to get an on-market deal. Go get privy. Okay, go find a deal that's already discounted, that's been listed on the MLS, and then go knock that realtor for a huge discount from the listing price and send out at least 10 offers a day. If you send out at least 10 offers a day, you will get a deal under contract. And if you get it significantly below list price, you will have an easy time selling it. That's how you do a deal in a week.
There you go. Santana then ties. I knew you were going to say all of that. I got you teed up for the second one. Are you still doing 70% of ARV minus repairs, or should we go even lower than that given the current market trends? I'm hearing 60% in some markets right now.
Some even lower than 60%. Some are at 40%
price point.
So exactly. So you really have to, it's market specific, guys. This is another reason. Look, don't buy Astro. Okay. Team up with somebody in Astro and go and ask them for help. That's it. Ask them for help. There's hundreds of Astro students in the chat right now. You want to know what percentage of ARV to offer? It's a differing percentage for full gut remodels versus cosmetic remodels, but market to market, city to city, it's different.
Tracy, if you are planning on wearing a costume, please still wear that costume. You will not be embarrassed. I almost want to turn this into a costume party. It should be really, really good. By the way, where's Jermil? I missed that guy.
Oh, he's in Canada.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Daniel, you animal.
Not financial advice. Nobody wholesales in PA. I know specifically.
So many.
Matthew Simmons, I think his average month is about $600,000 a month in wholesale in Pennsylvania.
We're talking about like Philadelphia.
There's a lot of wholesalers in PA, man.
Yeah, a lot.
Tons. We got franchises crushing it down there. That's
60% ARV is illegal. Yeah, in Belgium.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, where do we go for proof of funds? Now, Jamil's going to give you guys an answer, but I'm going to tell you one thing that I do for my students is every single month, I do a Loom video. Literally, I do a Loom video addressing and talking to my student sellers and their agents and saying, hey, my name is Pace. I'm partnered with the person that you're speaking to right now. Here's my personal bank account. Here's where my cash is. Here's my assets. Here's my this. I own these properties. Here's my LLC. Here's my corporate headquarters. Here's my YouTube channel, blah, 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 blah. And I hand that out, and my students go out and lock up deals from that one little 4-minute Loom video like crazy. So get yourself somebody that will give you proof of funds that you're collaborating with. Jamil has one as well. What's it called?
flipfundllc@gmail.com. Email flipfundllc@gmail.com, and you can get a proof of funds letter. Lickety split.
You have to have you have to send him feet pictures, and he'll send you a proof of funds. Okay?
Yeah.
No, just chicken legs.
Brent, do you feel the amount of calls or amount of offers are more important? You mean, okay, amount of calls or the amount of offers are more important? Dealing strictly with off market here.
Listen, like, it's not an and, it's an or. I mean, it's not or, it's and. They're both very important. So the amount of calls should lead to an amount of offers. That's just what it is. So if you don't make calls to somebody and it's off market and you just send them a blind offer and it's in an area where people are buying, the likelihood of getting a response in that is very low. Speaking with somebody, building a relationship with them, pre-qualifying them, doing incredible lead follow-up, and going on an offer presentation so that you can present your offer to them and get that deal locked up because you got all their advanced agreements before you went on that appointment. You overcome all their objections before you present your offer. Is how you do it.
I'm so sorry, but did you see that Brent's wearing a different T-shirt today?
Yes, he wore it last week too. It's dope. It's the rhino.
It's great.
Yeah.
I've got 4 different shirts now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
I'll tell you what.
Jamil, this one's for you. What's the best way to find cash buyers? Do you have some sort of like challenge or like a money bag thing with like a guy with a big money sack?
Yes, sir. So if you want to find a guy with a big sack, be on my challenge tomorrow. The link is going to be in the chat right now. It's called the Money Bags Challenge. We're going to show you 3 days. I'm going to have Huckub from Keegley, who helped build our entire buyer network. Okay, I'm talking, this guy has helped us find hundreds of thousands of buyers, not only for our corporate stores, but our franchises as well. He's presenting. We've got Brittany Berryman, who is an incredible sleuth when it comes to finding buyers. And then Mahmoud, who's an engineer for all of you real detail-oriented folks that need real systemized processes, because if you don't have a flow chart on what to do after this, your brain is gonna break. Mahmoud will be for you. But there are 3 different approaches to finding buyers, all of them very valid, all of them work. The link is in the chat right now. Sign up, show up. Don't be a baby. Okay, come and learn. If you've had one deal canceled this month, if you've had one deal even cancel this month, show up tomorrow.
Awesome. Guys, Wednesday, real quick. Wednesday. How many days are you going on that? Is it tomorrow?
It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Awesome. Wednesday, I have Robert Kiyosaki's original real estate guy, Dolph DeRoos,
Get out of here.
on the live show. And I quote, I was rich before I met Dolph, but after meeting and studying with him, he made me even richer, more confident, and more financially secure. His lessons on real estate are priceless. From Robert Kiyosaki's lips to your ears, everybody. He will be on the live show.
Dolph is such a sweetheart.
10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You do not want to miss it. He's absolutely incredible. Lives just down the street from us down here, which will be an honor for having him on the live show. Brent Daniels YouTube channel. And I really like this quote, and I think it really will settle into a lot of brains. It is from the amazing Greek philosopher Seneca. He said, "Don't stumble over something behind you."
Oh,
I think we can all listen to that, and I think we can all let that marinate inside of our beautiful, brilliant brains and really understand that we can't change it.
that reminds me of another great saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate problems.
Yeah.
I hate the same problems.
That's it.
Pace Morby.
There you go.
Thank you. Where'd you hear that? That's a good one.
I watch you, bro.
You consume my content?
Of course, I love you.
Thank you.
Also, guys, if you're not subscribed to Pace's YouTube, if you're on Brent's or mine, Pace is like this far away from hitting 100,000 subscribers on his YouTube. Get to his page right now and go subscribe to his page. You get so much incredible content over there. Let's get him to 100,000 subscribers tonight. Tonight. Everybody rush over to Pace's YouTube channel and subscribe now.
Thank you. Guys, we will see you next week. For those of you that are part of the Nightmare on Deal Street event, watch out for the Zoom link coming to your email pretty soon. If you are a TTP, Astro, or Sub-2 student, you will be getting an email for the live stream. If you're a Sub-2 student, you've already gotten the email. You got it this morning. I sent you guys a Loom all about it. So we'll see you guys on Friday, and then we'll see you on next week on Wholesale Hotline. What episode is going to be next week, Brent?
142.
142. We'll see you guys. Have a happy Halloween. And for those of you that are in Boston, we will see you guys at the Boston meetup. I believe it's on Saturday, maybe Sunday. I can't remember, but we'll see you guys in Boston. Later.
Or just say squat up.
So squat up and enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
So squat up and enjoy the show.
What are you doing?
I didn't say nothing.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
So squat up and enjoy the show.
Cool.